Hi, my name is Christy Shaver, and I proudly call Lahaina home. My family has lived here for over 50 years. In the terrible fire on August 8th, 2023, we lost 5 homes and almost all of our material possessions. Fortunately, we all escaped safely, as did our friends, but we did lose neighbors. We are the victims of climate change. We are struggling with the tragedy and the loss of our beloved community. I want to help Lahaina rebuild. I envision a Lahaina that is not just stronger in its infrastructures and systems, but also in the values we embody. I believe that we as a community now have a unique opportunity to reshape our town in a way that champions justice, equality, and inclusivity. I dream for something even better, a community where every resident feels seen, heard, and valued. I want this not only for Lahaina, but for the whole world. Everyone's basic necessities should be met. I'm here to collaborate, to listen, and to work towards that brighter future for all of us. My friend, Dada Maheshvarananda, also has a vision for a better Lahaina and a better world. He has come to Maui at this time to help and share his ideas. He is here to talk with me today about some practical steps we could take to make that vision a reality. Dada is a yogic monk and an activist. He is the author of 6 books and has given hundreds of seminars and workshops around the world about social activism and spiritual transformation. He is now the director of the PROUT Research Institute in Asheville, North Carolina. Thanks for being here today, Dada. Why are you, a yogic monk, interested in Maui and helping us rebuild better? And also, what is PROUT?
Thank you, Christy. When I meditate every day, I feel great peace. However, when I open my eyes, my heart feels great pain at the unnecessary suffering in the world. My orange uniform means service and sacrifice. It reminds me that my life is dedicated in service to humanity. I feel pain, for example, because the United Nations calculates that today nearly 770 million people suffer from malnutrition and hunger, while the world has enough food to feed more than our present population. Why? Because saving lives is not the main priority of our global economy. Capitalism works well for some people, but not for everyone. PROUT is an acronym for the Progressive Utilization Theory, a socio-economic model that's an alternative to both global capitalism and communism. PROUT is based on the economic self-reliance of every region, cooperatives, environmental balance and protection, and universal spiritual values. It was propounded by the Indian philosopher Prabhat Ranjan Sarkar, who lived from 1922 to 1990. PROUT asserts that guaranteeing the right to live for everyone has to be the first priority of every country. PROUT recognizes 5 basic necessities of life: food, including pure drinking water; clothing; housing, including sanitation and energy; medical care and education. Other requirements are local transport and communication. This birthright transcends citizenship, meaning that every human being, whether native or visitor to a country, must be guaranteed these necessities. Providing the basic necessities should be the primary function and duty of every economy. We require these in order to realize our true human potential, to develop culturally, to achieve inner fulfillment. Without the basic necessities, the pursuit of happiness remains beyond the reach of the world's poor. Unemployed people are made to feel that somehow it's their fault that they don't have a job. The right to have meaningful employment with fair wages is also a basic human right. Hawaii's minimum wage is $12 per hour. That's not enough. $15 or more is the law in California, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Washington. We need a higher living wage.
Thank you, Dada. Dada, you touched on the need of everyone's basic necessities being met, including that the UN states there is enough food to feed everyone on the planet. Then how can we make Hawaii more sustainable and secure when currently we're importing 85 to 90% of our food?
The U.S. Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, is also very concerned about food sustainability. They calculate that Hawaii, like all the other states, has a food supply that will only last 3 to 5 days if for any reason air and ship transportation breaks down. Our mutual friend Steve Phillips started Local Harvest, an independent local produce company, in 2011. Local Harvest distributes food grown on over 100 farms on Maui through the Napili Farmers Market, grocery stores, restaurants. With 10 employees, the Local Harvest distributes 1.5 million pounds of fresh fruits and vegetables per year. It's about 30% of the total produce grown on the island. Today, the average age of Hawaii's farmers is 61.8 years. Most farmers in Hawaii today are reluctant to leave their tractor cabs and do the hard physical labor required to grow organic table food. Young people need to be inspired and trained how to grow food, and banks and the U.S. Department of Agriculture must be more willing to lend money to new farmers who want to grow organic table food. PROUT recognizes that agricultural cooperatives are the ideal form of farm management for many reasons. Cooperatives enable farmers to pool their resources, purchase inputs, and store and transport their market produce more easily. More importantly, they eliminate intermediaries. Capitalist traders who buy produce very cheaply from the farmers and then sell it for a high price to city retailers. Instead, in a PROUT economy, farmers' cooperatives would sell directly to consumer cooperatives, benefiting both. Finally, agricultural cooperatives allow farm families to share the heavy workload and take vacations sometimes. Animal husbandry also needs to change. For thousands of years, domestic animals have contributed to agriculture by fertilizing the soil and turning grass into milk, for example. However, today, there are 70 billion farm animals raised for food each year, and they emit 14.5% of all the greenhouse gases. There's not enough pasture land on our planet for 70 billion farm animals. So 2/3 of them are grown in cages or pens in factory farms. Farm animals consume 50% of the world's grain. It takes an average 7 kilos of plant protein to make just 1 kilo of meat protein. So raising animals for slaughter is cruel and, from a food perspective, as I pointed out, inefficient. The vast lands and enormous quantities of water used to raise livestock could feed many more people if planted with grains, beans, and other crops for human consumption. Awareness is growing of the ill effects of high meat consumption. PROUT supports the current trend towards a plant-based diet for both health and ecological reasons. This initiative should be encouraged through regular campaigns of popular education.
Thank you, Dada. The Maui Electric Company generates power almost exclusively by fossil fuels, contributing to climate change. Is there any way Maui could be fully sustainable on renewable energy and stop contributing to climate change?
Yes. Hawaii has the highest electricity rates in the country. The Maui Electric Company, MECO, is an investor-owned utility, which has a difficult time becoming sustainable because the company's primary concern is keeping shareholders satisfied. They focus first on maximizing profits before making decisions about the best way to produce and source energy for their customers. On the island of Kauai, is that right? Kauai. The investor-owned electric company was purchased 20 years ago by a group of entrepreneurs on the island who created the Kauai Island Utility Cooperative. It has the lowest utility rates in Hawaii, and this is transitioning to 100% renewable energy sources. There are over 900 electric cooperatives in 47 states. The people of Maui could easily buy MECO and convert it into a cooperative to efficiently serve all the people.
What about the water utilities? What does PROUT say about that?
As you well know, the conflict over water rights on Maui between the plantation owners and the local people, it's been going on for 200 years. Water should be a public utility cooperative, like electricity, run on a no-profit, no-loss basis. Maui should prioritize surface water over well water for irrigation by constructing lakes and small ponds to capture rainwater. Everyone should be mobilized to reforest Maui with native trees.
Love that concept. After this fire, like many disasters, real estate companies are trying to buy land cheap to build luxury buildings. How can we prevent that from happening this time in Lahaina?
Every night in Hawaii, up to 10,000 people are homeless. At the same time, the U.S. Census Bureau reports that there are 6 empty houses for every homeless person. A tiny house should be provided to everyone who needs it. I think the governor should declare a 3-month moratorium on land sales in West Maui. During this time, negotiations should begin with the Na'ale o Maui Community Land Trust. This community land trust, its purpose is to secure and preserve a permanent supply of affordable housing for low and moderate income households. This nonprofit land trust was founded in 2006. It presently has 46 homes throughout Maui. Only a 5% down payment is required by the homeowner, and the land trust arranges financing. Today, 38 states have over 250 community land trusts.
All right, got it. Shifting a little bit here, we as fire victims and our surrounding island neighbors have experienced a lot of trauma this past few weeks. Can you recommend something we can do to help us heal?
Yes. In the struggle to build a better Maui, we should not neglect our own inner peace. Human beings have an inner thirst for peace and happiness. External objects cannot satisfy this inner longing because the pleasure they offer is only temporary and finite. Instead, we must journey within ourselves to find true peace and deepening happiness. Daily meditation is very practical, and it can be done by anyone, anywhere. It's a key to personal transformation, a powerful tool to overcome one's negative instincts and mental complexes. Meditation cultivates compassion, unconditional love, and altruism. Meditation dates back thousands of years. The process is simple. Close your eyes, sit up straight and still, breathe deeply, concentrate the mind, there are differences here, and practice every day. By meditating like this, one gradually achieves deep peace and fulfillment. Meditation is a form of deep reflection on who we really are. It reveals hidden aspects of our identity. By penetrating beneath the social condition of everyday thoughts, meditation frees the mind from repressive dogmas. There are many personal benefits. Meditation calms us. It improves our mental health and self-esteem. It cultivates willpower and self-control. It increases our memory and concentration. It cures insomnia. Meditation is about coming home, because the saying, home is where the heart is literally true. Wherever you go, you start to feel that you're really home. Meditation helps us to deprogram the lies we've been taught by our society, telling us that we are inferior or superior, that we need to be afraid, or that we should feel guilty even though we've done nothing wrong. It helps us overcome anger and aggression. It significantly reduces the impact of dark feelings like depression and loneliness. With a calm mind, we can truly listen to others. Meditation expands our awareness and increases our tolerance. We can see that others have reasons for doing what they do. It balances and integrates our personalities. It awakens the wisdom, compassion, and unconditional love that frame our true state of being. Daily meditation is the key to lasting and profound change. I recommend it.
Thank you, Dada, and thank you for joining us with me today on this. And in closing, I have a message for everyone here in Lahaina and for all those that watched us throughout the world. In the face of adversity, the true strength of community emerges. Lahaina's legacy is not solely defined by the tragedies we've endured, but more powerfully by our collective resilience, our unified dreams, and an unwavering commitment to a brighter, more equitable tomorrow. The wisdom we've gained from our past, the invaluable lessons etched by our losses, and the visionary guidance from individuals like Dada Maheshvarananda, my friend here, together paint a promising horizon. And while the concept of home often finds its definition in the physicality of our surroundings, It's also the intangible sanctuary within our hearts, where we foster resilience, hope, and community. This dialogue isn't merely a contemplative gaze at our history, it's an assertive leap towards the future we envision. Together, as a united community with shared values and dreams, we will ensure that the Lahaina of tomorrow is a beacon of hope, resilience, and inclusivity for the world to see. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Dada.
Thank you.